Good morning, madam. We can start.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, students. Dear- Good morning, ma'am. Teachers. And today we are going to have a session, and it is to be conducted by Dr. Sri Santosh Takale, sir, who is a BTech in Mechanical Engineering. He is presently working as Scientific Officer, Grade H, in Baba Atomic Research Center, Mumbai. Apart from being a science officer, scientific officer, sir also has conducted many lectures on science communication, social awareness, and innovative lectures, free of cost for many students as well as the teachers. He also provides guidance for competitive exams and also runs a private skill development center where it is a mind and skill development training center with the objective of making innovative and skillful youth, which is why his main interest is in motivating youth like you who would turn out to be more responsible and give more to the country. Yes. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Somebody, Miss Suhasini T has raised the hand. So just now tell everybody, in case they have queries, settle it down now, or else once we start, we will not have any interference allowed. Okay?
Actually, sir, they were not able to turn on the camera, which is why we suggest checking on that.
Okay. We will make her co-host. Hold on.
Yes. So Masini and Manasija also.
Yeah, she has been made co-host, so now she can switch on camera. No issues.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yeah.
And even the same with Manasija also, sir. Manasija and class 9B.
Yeah. Everybody's camera is now on, can be made on because everybody is co-host. And others request is during lecture, I will not have any assistance at my end, so you can make others co-host if required. Okay?
Sure, sir. Okay.
I'll be switching off my camera only because it interferes with student. They keep looking at unnecessary things instead of looking at presentation. I hope presentation is visible at your end.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So look into the presentation. Don't look at me. We will start and we'll continue for 45 minutes. Okay?
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Just give me a second to adjust these things and then we'll get into that.
Yes, sure, sir.
Yeah. Now presentation is fully visible. I have switched off my camera and others' camera is on. So don't look at your friends because you meet them regularly. And this is your first interaction. So let's get into the today's topic. As madam has elaborated, I'm working as a scientist in Baba Atomic Research Center at a very senior level. And this is my personal interest that I am delivering such lectures to the student, teachers, elders. I just want to inculcate scientific temper into every citizen of the world. Okay. Why? And that answer you should be able to extract in this lecture. It will be bit faster, bit more in English, though everybody has got his own mother tongue. And sorry that I don't know your mother tongue, Telugu, and you don't know my mother tongue, Marathi. Certain things you may be knowing, but then today's conversation will be more in English, little bit in Hindi. As you can see in the first slide, today's session is on the understanding the universe with scientific temper. Similar 3,000 plus lecture I have delivered all over the world, India, just to make people aware about the scientific facts. You know what is this? This is space shuttle system, and now India is so good in space technology that we have Chandrayaan 1, 2, and then we have now Gaganyaan, then we have Aditya probe, and so many things. Then just want to hear from your end. Now this session will be one way. I'll be talking one way, so I don't expect you to answer me in a public or in a louder voice. You can answer all the questions which I'm asking in your own mind without disturbing others. The first question is, if this is the space shuttle system representation, how much it must be weighing? The question is been asked only to touch upon your mind, to make you understand that certain things are too much heavy for our body But these things are quite easy for our mind because mind has more capability when we use it for the proper cause. So what I want to tell you, just imagine, forget the space shuttle system, we'll go into the motorcycle. Every one of you have seen the motorcycle. Many of you have gone with your parents to the market on motorcycle, and sometimes you see that even standstill parked motorcycle falls down because of the somebody's mistake or some mistake associated with the stand. Now just imagine somebody tells you to pick up that motorcycle by single hand. I know for the students of the 8 9 standard, it's very difficult job because it is double the your weight, sometimes triple, because it's 100, 200, 300 kg motorcycle is not the easy for the 7th, 8th, 9th standard student to pick up and just make it stand, put it on a stand. So if 100, 200 kg cannot be lifted single-handedly by the average human being, then I just want to ask, this space shuttle system, which has got weight of 21 lakhs to 30 lakhs kilogram, because space shuttle is some 75 to 80,000 kilogram, one SRB is 6 lakhs kilogram, other SRB is 6 lakhs kilogram, fuel tank is around 8 lakhs kilogram. The whole weight goes around 20 to 30 lakhs kilogram if it is a manned mission. So when this space shuttle system is going into the skies, delivering something called artificial probes, that is making us run our satellite TV, mobile communication, some spying of the enemy territories, those who are troubling us, all these things are happening by our physical strength or by our mental ability. And I know you all know that this is a direct reflection of human beings' mental ability. And that is why you go to school, college. Going to school, college is not about earning the degree or spending fathers or mothers' hard earned money. It's all about grooming your mind to be sufficiently strong to handle any technological hurdle so that human beings and humanity will survive for the longer period. I hope you understand that much English, and that was the content which I want to convey. If this is the whole story of the human being's survival and the efforts by human beings' survival, then why the hell we exactly believe in so many supernatural things? Supernatural things are just something like much ado about nothing. But then people, not you, me, or others, 80-90% people of the present civilization still believe in so many supernatural things, though every one of them, day in and out, is using science and technology. So if this is the representation of human beings' mental ability, let's go and understand what as a young kid you are supposed to do, and what as a young kid, you being young kid, what we are supposed to teach you. We all elders are supposed to teach you not what to think, but how to think. How to think means it's the thinking ability needs to be developed, and not that crossing cat need to be avoided, or eclipse should be avoided, or eclipse are bad or good. All these things are falling into the category of what to think. How to think category is categorized as asking the questions on the basis of scientific proofs. So this is called scientific temper, scientific thinking. Will not go into these 4 clauses. Why? Because I know 8 9 standard students get bored with the theoretical part. They love everything in the picture, practical and moving clips. Clips I will not be able to show. I will show you the pictures. These 4 points you will read when you will go through YouTube live, which has been done now, and the link will be shared with madam, so that in evening you can revise this lecture with your parents. We'll go further. But then, as we are talking about scientific temper, I will tell you that scientific temper is not my personal choice. It's been put up to us as a duty of every Indian citizen in India's constitution, clause number 51H. But it has got some personal benefit also. It helps us in making some logical, rational, informed choices in my life. I hail from village. I am still in village. Though I am very senior scientist, I daily travel from village to my working place called Bhabha Atomic Research Center. So now I have one small request to make, but by chance suddenly electricity goes off, the lecture will be interrupted because I still live in a village, and India has got tremendous problem as far as villages are concerned in terms of the technological reach. So I am trying to make your mind sound, but then in terms of the technological reach, still my village is much deprived than the where you study and the where you live. So scientific temper is thinking in a scientific way, and it is very useful because it makes our life comfortable, our by logical and rational thinking. But then also many people don't like scientific thinking because the background music since their childhood is about irrational fear about the religious rituals and related supernatural phenomena. अभी आप बोलेंगे सर क्यों बोर कर रहे हो, आप जो बता रहे हो हमको कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. दैट वाज द एंड यूज. मैं यही चाहता था. I wanted this thing only, that you should understand certain things are a bit complicated, but when we go to the pictures they becomes very easy to understand. So let's get into the something interesting. Who's this uncle? You all know. He's Mr. Galileo, father of modern observational astronomy. What small dundee like thing, na? One small rod like thing you are observing adjacent to his photo is the small telescope he has used 400 years back. Diameter is 2 centimeter, that is 20 millimeter. What telescope your school must be having, or what telescope I am using to go out throughout India? I have used that bottom bigger one telescope of my own purchase and went around India and shown 10 to 12 lakh students certain things in the skies which were observed by Galileo 400 years back. What he has observed, let's see. You know, this is moon. If I'll ask you what is below the moon, you will say some twinkling star-like object, sir. Then I will ask you what is this, then you will say what is there. It's maybe the phases of moon. Then I will take you back and I will first say sorry that I have not given you complete information. But incomplete information and your incomplete knowledge has lead to two wrong answers. One wrong answer is, first right answer is that it is a moon with the phases. First wrong answer is that this is not a twinkling star-like object. It is Venus planet. Second wrong answer was this. These are not the phases of moon. These are the phases of Venus. Now really don't know how many of you have done some or similar observation. Will not stop here. This was the first observation by Galileo. Jupiter's 4 natural satellites, Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto was the second observation by Galileo. Saturn's ring was the third observation by Galileo. Sunspot was the fourth observation by Galileo. Then, proving heliocentric model put up by the Copernicus and the Indian ancient astronomers was the fifth, sixth invention, and similar many inventions were done without much of the gadgets and technology by Galileo 400 years back. Now just imagine another practical situation in your class. Suppose this year somebody comes up in a first rank in your school. Then he will be given prize, or he will be given penalty, or he will be given something to do which is not appreciation. You all know anybody who does good thing is always appreciated and receive a lot of prizes and so many things. But Galileo 400 years back, putting so many important discoveries, we had changed the complete thinking domain of the human civilization, was punished. Galileo was put into the jail for 16 years of his life. House arrest it is called. And last 5 years he was blind and he died, and nobody thought of even putting one statue in his name. Why this happened? Because what science and scientific thinking Galileo was telling based on the observation and scientific evidences was not acceptable to any of the religious fanatics in that period, and present also the situations are same. If you don't pay attention to what I am telling, if you don't pay attention to what your teachers are telling, if you don't learn things by way of thinking, then tomorrow you will also land up into some misbehavior or some superstition which will trouble you for taking up your money, taking up your happiness and so many things. But today we'll not go into those parts. If Galileo has done so many things which are important, then also he was penalized only because the people were lacking about the knowledge about scientific facts and believing more on the superstitious myths told by the religion and civilization. Then we need to understand the complete history of universe. And that is why the next slide is origin of the universe. You all know universe must have originated some time back, and that is why we exist. But people don't believe like this. People believe that everything is supernatural. Now we have to cut this superstition by giving the right explanation, which you all know. You all know that origin of universe is not a religious happening, it's a scientific happening explained by the term called Big Bang. Many of the science believers and scientists believe that Big Bang can be the right explanation for the origin of universe, which says that similar what is in been shown in your slide. आपके स्लाइड में जो दिख रहा है इस तरीके के ऊर्जा के स्रोत से, मतलब similar size of energy source must have given existence to the whole universe, and today we are the creation of the evolution cycle of this universe. Now I'll not take you into the much deeper part of it. I know those who are sincere and by chance like this lecture will go home and study about the Big Bang. So now, if Big Bang explains the origin of universe and temporarily we assume that this is the right theory, we'll go and try to understand how old is this phenomenon. This picture may be known to you, may not be, little difficult to understand, so I take you to the next simpler picture. This picture is quite simple. Here the age of universe is written. Like suppose you are in a 8th standard, so you must be around 13 to 14 years old. If I ask about your parents, they must be around 35, 40, 50 years old. But then when I will ask you what is the age of moon, what is the age of the earth, what is the age of sun, what is the age of Sirius the star, what is the age of the universe, then you may have problem, and that is why I have given you answer. The age of universe is 13.8 billion years. So how many zeros to be given on 13.8? 9 zeros to be given on 13.8 to make it billion. So let us see what and how it has happened and evolved to this stage. I'll take you back into the history. Let's go back. I take you around 77, 78 years from now, and you will find that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru is giving speech from the Lal Killa of Delhi because it was the Independence Day of India. India got independence in 1947. That dates back approximately 77, 78 years from now. If I go beyond that, you will find that the way we are sitting in today's class, 3 classes are there in my front. I can see 50% boys, 50% girls are there. Even sometimes you will find girls are more. If I go not 77, 78 years from now, but at least 177, 178 years from now, approximately 200 years from now, I will not find girl schools, girl teachers, neither girl students. I will find only boys going to school studying something, only because everybody felt that girls should not study. That is again some superstition. So somebody worked hard. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, Savitribai Phule, and then girls started studying, and today's date, Kalpana Chawla, Kiran Bedi, or President Draupadi ji Murmu, all these are there in their excelled position only because of that initial efforts by Savitribai Phule and Jyotiba Phule. So you have to understand, because of the hard work and painstaking efforts by somebody, we are now enjoying the liberties of the present generation. So let's go further. You all know that if I go beyond 300, 350 years from now, I'll meet one great king of India, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. If I go back 600 years from now, in 14th century, I will meet Guru Gobind Singh Guru Nanak, who initiated Sikhism, which are now predominant in the Punjab region of the India. If I go back beyond this, then you will 100% observe that 1400 years from now, Islam has originated, and Muhammad Paigambar ji was telling people in Mecca and Medina region that don't fight among yourself, take care of your fellow beings, and try to help each and everybody. And that is why Islam is called religion of peace. Same was the message given by the Christianity, which was been originated 2000 years back by Jesus Christ. But in between, if we talk about India, we have a lot of things to learn. India was the knowledge center. India was the knowledge center where this many universities, like we keep hearing, Cambridge University, Oxford University, Falana, Dimkhana, these all universities are recent, 200, 400, 500, 600 years back. If you start hunting for the university and the culture of education and science and technology in the Indian subcontinent, then this name you should always remember. I will not get into the every detail aspect because today is the crash course of my interaction. If you like it, we'll have similar lecture. All lectures are free of cost and as per your and my convenience. So if you like it, I will invite you for one course which is again free of cost, which is related to the astronomy. On week or 15 days, I conduct one lecture on observational astronomy where we learn how to study sky, how to observe sky and celestial objects. So those things are the open invitation. One thing you, your parents, your school, your management should remember, I never charge anybody anything in cash or kind form. Everything is free. So we go back. Now you know this. If Jesus Christ was standing at the zero, means 2000 years from now, if I cross zero, I'll be entering the era called BC, before Christ era. If I go 400, 500 years beyond zero, then I'll be seeing Jainism, I'll be seeing Buddhism. And if I go beyond that, still I will see certain universities in India. Beyond 10th century BCE also, we had some universities and presently those certain universities are located in Pakistan, Takshila. Okay, so we'll not go into those parts. I have crossed approximately 3000 years into the past. I'm trying to hunt the origin of universe, so I will be moving little faster. So now I just want to know whether you have heard of this term Vedanga Jyotish, Vedas, Sam Ved, Atharva Ved, Yajur Ved and all these things. These Vedas were not only hypothetical predictions and are not about the Jyotish and futuristic prediction. These were the content. These were having content of mathematics and astronomy, and that is why Vedanga Jyotish is not about Jyotish, but it is about the knowledge of the celestial Jyotis, which is nothing but stars, constellations, and nakshatras. So our ancestor, starting from now, before 4000 years, were knowing about the astronomy and maths. But this is only 4000-year-old phenomena. If I go beyond this also, you know Mohenjo-daro and Harappa civilization. They were part of Indian subcontinent and we have contributed to that. Our ancestors have contributed to that. And this has happened 5000 years from now. But then 5000 is such a small number compared to the 13.8 billion years. So what I will do now, I'll speed up. I'll multiply 5000 by 100 and it will become 5 lakhs, and then 5 lakhs year before, India has seen one meteoritic impact in Maharashtra region of Buldhana district. In Buldhana district, this meteoritic impact, which is not much far from the Hyderabad. Okay, you can visit anytime. It is still waiting for you, students from the KIRAN International School, that they should come and learn something about ancient celestial happening like meteoritic impact. आप लोग टूटता तारा देखते हो ना, shooting star. This was the quite bigger shooting star. The impact was quite big, and this big impact has created one small crater of 1.2 kilometer outer periphery diameter lake. Okay, so this is Lonar crater, and you should must visit. Sometime it looks green, sometime it looks bluish, sometime it looks pink, and that is really wonderful to observe. Keep following this particular site on internet. So Lonar crater was created some 5.5 lakhs year before. If I'll ask you one question, do you remember anything older than this? Then you will say, no, sir. Then I will say, no, it's yes always. Because you have watched dinosaur movies. And dinosaurs movies in which the dinosaurs are heroes were existing on the Earth's surface. And they were existing on the Earth's surface somewhere around 20 crore years before. But they got extinct 6.5 crore years before. 6.5 crore means 650 lakhs. 20 crore means 2000 lakhs. If you do the proper subtraction, answer will come 1350 lakhs. 1350 lakhs year dinosaurs were living on the Earth's surface without any support from the supernatural thing. Then why we all human being existing on the Earth's surface since last 50-60 lakhs years need so many supernatural beliefs, religious rituals, and fight on the basis of supernatural things? This is a really good thought for you to go ahead and think in your free time. Human beings are important, or religious misbeliefs and supernatural beliefs are important. Somewhere, somehow, you have to come to the conclusive thinking that nature and Mother Earth and human beings and living beings are more important than anything else in this world. So let's go further. This dinosaur got existed on the Earth's surface, which came with the sun 4.6 billion years before. And this 4.6 billion year old solar system came with the universe, which this universe has formed 13.8 billion years before. And in this whole picture, what you are observing on your screen, you don't find anything supernatural. You don't find anything ghost like thing. You don't find anything like witch. You don't find anything which is troublesome to you or beneficial to you without putting efforts. So my last message for this conclusive slide on origin of universe is the universe origin is natural. It is no way connected to your supernatural belief. Your supernatural beliefs are man-made and they do not help you or mankind or humanity in any of the aspect to grow better or to help the humanity. So it's better to be human and follow the only one religion of humanity. So let's go further and try to understand. If this is the whole story of the origin of universe, then people may ask you that this beautiful solar system, what I'm showing you, is having such a massive ancestral father called sun. Then from where we got this sun? So from where we got this sun, you all know. Sun is not the some wood fire or some coal burning or some LPG cylinder burning. It's a massive ball of hydrogen which is generating energy not by burning but by the nuclear fusion reaction. I'm nuclear scientist, madam told you in introduction. I'm working in BARC since last so many years, became scientific officer H. But I work on nuclear fission, and sun is naturally performing nuclear fusion and creating such a massive energy that the effect is so visible. Just imagine, we all from the northern hemisphere, especially if you talk about the people from Kashmir or Switzerland, they look quite fair because the sun heat reaching to them is not very high. If you talk about the people from Maharashtra, Hyderabad region, we are little darker or wettish complexion. If you go to the West Indies, then people will feel sala jal gaya, itna log kala rehta hai. Why? The only reason is the sun heat. But then how much heat is been produced by the sun? How much heat is produced by the sun is less important. What is important? How much heat is received by the earth? Sun is located at 15 crore kilometers from the earth, and whatever heat or energy it is producing, 1 billionth portion or even lesser than that reaches to the earth's surface, and the effect is somebody is so fair and somebody is dark like a coal. The effect is only that 23.5-degree inclination of the earth's surface and the reaching of the heat to that particular territory because of the earth's possible location. So if you understand this, then now come to the second part of it. When sun got formed, it was massive hydrogen ball which started compressing, protostar got formed, and nuclear fusion has started. Before that, it has actually thrown out some less than 1% mass of its body. And that 1% mass of its exterior region has formed all planetary system, including your Jupiter, Earth, Mars, everything, what you can see here in this picture. Now just imagine your school building, your house building, or some big stone or boulder standing in front of road does not affect you physically or mentally. Then how this distant planet, which are made up of debris, gas, and other things, are affecting your future and past? But people believe in them. People believe in them. They wear some ring and taviz in their name, worship for them, and do something bad to them to the such a level that their episode appears on a crime patrol. And in crime patrol, you know how intelligent people are being buffed by the people who have not received any education. Just by their outsmartness, they keep bluffing and they trouble poor people. And then the story appears on crime patrol. What is important here is Swami Vivekananda, the great philosopher, the great religious person, and the great youth icon of India, has given one simple one-line message. And he said, human beings are the architect of their own destiny. इंसान उसके भाग्य का खुद विधाता है. कैसे? Let's go into the one story. We go now 80-90 years from now, visit some area nearby Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu, and you will find that one similar guy like you was studying in not such a nice school like Kiran International School, but some very simple school. But he had some strong willpower to work for his family, work for nation, society. So he worked hard on the both the aspect, being very simple and honest in the religious terms, and being very hardworking and technically sound in terms of the study things. So he finished his BSc, completed his engineering, then wanted to become fighter plane pilot, but could not get selected because of some issues. So he did not blame government, neither he blamed his parents, neither he did suicide, neither he became terrorist. He worked hard, joined DRDO, and become the scientist working for the government of India. Later on, his hard work paid him back to become a chief scientific advisor, then the president of India. But religious honesty and simplicity has made him true human being by keeping him in touch of a ground. He did not do any corruption at the post of the president, neither at the post of chief scientific advisor, neither at the post of scientist. So he was appreciated to the such a level that whenever and wherever we take name of Dr. APJ Kalam, we always feel proud. We never think of his caste, religion, language. And that is the best part to be taken from the big names like Swami Vivekananda, Mother Teresa, APJ Kalam. These people have only one thing to say to all of us is that take lesson from our life, not from our caste and language. Swami Vivekananda said same thing, that human beings are the architect of their destiny. You will never see APJ Kalam wearing any ring or taviz. So that is what you should learn. If this is the story of the solar system, then solar system got existence, solar system given existence to the earth, and earth was the barren land long back. And how suddenly so many beautiful and handsome human beings came on earth's surface? Then this answer can be attained by the Darwin's theory of evolution. He said that the species keep changing, and this change must have given rise to the human beings out of some form like a Neanderthal or Homo sapiens, who must have come from the some ape or some monkeys. Now don't ask me why so many forests around your own school, colleges have so many monkeys, but they don't turn to the human beings. I have answer, but this question is wrong. So I will give you answer first. Answer is that the change from monkey to the human being is not 10 years or 100 years or 10,000 years change. It's a crores of years. Evolution takes lots of time. Temporarily, we cannot go into those details because we will keep meeting online for such interaction. Let's go back and try to understand. Suppose our originators are ape or monkey-like thing. From where the monkey came? Must be from some species who has got backbone. From where those backbone species came? Similar way, we keep going. Then last and foremost question comes is, from where we got living being? And the living being must have come from water. The question comes from where we got water. Now, from where we got water is not obviously rain, not from the lake, not from the sea. The water came from meteors or comets, which have got tremendous quantity of ice. But what is ice? Is water. So where is that water? From where we got water? Water we got from the H2. H is originated in Big Bang, and all the remaining elements, 118 elements of the periodic table, are obtained from the fusion factory of stars. All these stars by fusion factory keep burning, keep giving heat and energy, and at the time of their death, they meet some very strong death called supernova, hypernova reactions, and in this also they form elements, and this is the way all the elements of this universe are formed. Some of the elements like hydrogen, oxygen got combined, they formed water, it got spread all over the universe and somehow reached to the Earth's surface. Once reaching Earth's surface, this water got to the transformations of some form because of some bio or geological changes to the amino acids, and these amino acids gave rise to the first living beings block. And that amino acid change over to the DNA block or some similar things has given rise to the single cellular species, to the multicellular species, to the dinosaurs, to this living being. This living being some few thousand years back was not having some I'll take water and start. Just give me 10 seconds. So this species, some 10,000, 20,000, 1 lakh year back was not having some Maruti car or some motorcycle or some missile, okay, or some ICBM. these people, these species were fighting for their existence because this was not having some big claws like a tiger. They were not having big size like a dinosaur. They could not swim like a fish. They could not climb tree like a monkey. Then how they would have survived? Instead of using only bodily organs, they started using their head. And head has got one very important content called CPU, that is brain. And this brain, like our muscles, grows when we apply pressure on it. And that is why we go to school, college. If you go to gym, you will have muscles. If you go to school, you will have brain. And brain is mightier not only than sword or muscles, it is mightier than anything. Everything in this world has come because of the human being's brain. Technological advancement I'm talking. So this living being who is named as a presently human being is come up to the difficult stage of saving himself from the forest, animals, then combining his own species together to form some group, then making some things like a stone age weapons, and then probably moving on to the controlling fire, then making some homes, and finally 200 years back he has invented some machinery. 30, 40, 60 years back he has invented computer, and 20, 30 years back he has invented mobile. And today, sitting some 1500 kilometers from you, I'm delivering one lecture which is totally free of cost because nothing has gone from my pocket. So today's date, knowledge is completely free of cost, which was not free some time back. Today also, some people take so costly education that I really don't understand. Education is not about the showing off about the money. It is about earning the knowledge to strengthen your mind and strengthen your body for the hard work and sincerity. If this is the story of this living being who has survived all possible difficulties and still alive at the highest level of evolution cycle, then we need to rethink. We need to rethink that how he has excelled. By somebody's grace? No. By somebody's supernatural help? No. Human beings exist and grow, attain this high level of success is only because of their own hard work and using natural resources. So always respect hardworking, sincere, honest human beings, including your teachers and parents and your family members and neighbors. But always conserve and protect natural resources. Don't waste food, don't waste water, don't do anything which will trouble nature and Mother Earth. That's the part one. Now we go to the part two. You all know people misbelieve that this celestial body trouble us, so they start wearing some unnecessary things into their hand, legs. Now just take, for example, you follow Newton's law of gravitation, which says every two bodies in the world has got force of attraction called gravitation, and this is directly proportional to the masses, inversely proportional to the distance between them. Now just imagine, I will tell you the sizes of our own celestial bodies, then some bigger celestial bodies, and you define the size of Taviz or Anguti. Now first, whatever that grayish color shown is Mr. Mercury, and Mercury has diameter of 4,880 kilometers. Nearby a glowing object like thing is a Venus, diameter is 12,000, Earth is 12,750, and Mars is around 6,600. Why I'm telling you diameters? Just to make you feel that if you start wearing rings or tavis in their name, then Jupiter can accommodate 1300 Earths, Saturn can accommodate 700 Earths, Uranus, Neptune can accommodate some 20, 40 Earths. Wearing any ring or tavis of them will make you handicapped. But then there is something else. Sun can accommodate 10 lakhs Earth. So now for sun representation, you have to wear tractor tire in your neck. Then you cannot move around, you cannot play, you cannot do masti. Then how you will become successful? Without learning, without efforts, without playing, without moving, you will not be expert. So for becoming expert, come out of rituals, follow the guidelines by the stalwarts who follow the principle of scientific thinking, and start believing science and technology and ethics from the religious books. Okay. So sun is a very small star in the solar system. Night time, how many stars we see? You will say infinite. Incorrect answer. The answer is 25 to 3,000 stars at a time, and whole night can make us see 5,000 to 6,000 stars in a good sky condition, which is not there in the Hyderabad city, neither in Maharashtra's Mumbai or Panvel city where I'm staying. So Whatever stars visible in a night sky, all of them are quite much bigger than sun, and few pictures are shown here. Sirius, brightest star of the night, is 10-15 times more than bit bigger than sun. Pollux is 10-15 times bigger than Sirius. Arcturus is 10-15 100 times bigger than the Pollux. Go further. Betelgeuse and Antares can accommodate lakhs of sun. So wearing anything of these is impossible. और इसके पीछे नहीं लगना है. We'll go into the something which is more detailed and important. We have another 10 minutes. Actually, I'm not feeling well since last 4 or 5 days. But as this lecture has come, I have to continue. Just give me another half minute. I will take water and continue. Now come to the very important part. I asked you one question, how many stars are visible in night sky? You must have answered infinite. I said it's only 4,000-5,000 in a beautiful sky. Good, dark, black, pollution-free sky. What is important here is, important part is, these 4-5 stars are not the complete star system. We have stars nearing 1 lakh star systems in our own village called Milky Way galaxy. I hope this picture is visible to you because I am going to stay here for at least 1 minute. I am going to explain you certain things which are related to mathematics, which are related to the growth of human brain, which can happen in a 15 years of educational background, and that is why you should study. जो अभी भी ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं वो सब मूर्ख लोग ध्यान दो लेक्चर में. यहाँ आप जो पढ़ रहे हो, this is much important than what you are doing now of wasting time and not paying attention. So pay and listen to the every word attentively because this will help you. This is our Milky Way galaxy. Blue color ring is the external periphery shown for your understanding. That in between whatever cloud-like structure is shown is actual the massive group of star system which is approximately 1 lakhs in number. Then you will say, what is that yellow spot? I will say it is a not sun. It is solar system's location. Then you may feel, अरे सर हमने तो सोचा था कि वो सेंटर में होगा. No, it's on the external periphery, 30,000, whatever it is, I will tell you later. What is important here is this blue ring, if it is in housing sun-like 1 lakh solar system, then we need to know the diameter of this blue ring. This blue ring's diameter need to be learned, and for that I will give you one small assignment. Let us imagine that I am giving you motorcycle, license, petrol, and driving practice also. And I told you, please now run on the diameter of this blue ring so that we can find the distance of this blue ring. Diameter of this blue ring. I will say, sir, motorcycle ke speed se kitna jayenge? We will travel maximum with a motorcycle 40, 50, 60 kilometers per hour. Instead of that, we would love to go by the car. Car will travel 60, 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour. Instead of that, suppose you go by train, it will be 120, 130. Bullet train will be 240, 250 kilometers per hour. If you take aeroplane, it will travel at 1500 to 2500 kilometers per hour. If you take space shuttle, it will travel at a 65,000 to 70,000 kilometers per hour. 65,000 to 70,000 kilometers per hour is a 16 to 17 kilometers per second. This speed is quite small compared to the speed of the light. Light travels at a 3 lakhs kilometer per second. 16 kilometers per second and 3 lakhs kilometer per second. The difference is huge. So I decided to take light only and use it as a way of conveyance to travel this diameter. So suppose I put that light on the one end of the diameter. Just imagine like this. You can see my mouse moving. I have put it here, light, and now it has to travel like this. So with speed of 3 lakhs kilometer per second, this light is traveling diametrically on this particular blue ring. How much time it should take? You may say, how much? What? 3 lakhs kilometer per second. So it should travel less than second. Some will say, no, sir, at least 5 seconds will take. Somebody will say 5 months. Somebody will say 5 years. But actual answer is very difficult to know. Actual answer is, okay, this particular light takes 1 lakh year to travel this distance. 1 lakh light year is the diameter of Milky Way galaxy, which in kilometer need to be calculated. Then 1 lakh light year is 1 lakh into 365 into 24 into 60 into 60 into 3 lakhs. It will come 1 with 10 zeros. That is the kilometer diameter of our own village called Milky Way galaxy, which has got approximately few hundred 100 billion or something like a stars. Okay, huge. Sometimes now I confuse with the numbers. It's a lakhs or billion something. Those exact numbers you can get from the Wikipedia. But you will say that this is the only galaxy we have. No, adjacent galaxy is Andromeda galaxy. This has not got diameter of 1 lakh light year. It has got 1,80,000 light years. This does not accommodate some 100 or 200 billion stars. It accommodates somewhere around 300 to 400 billion star systems. Now we go further. We'll go to the one picture which is most beautiful and most technologically advanced picture of the universe. This picture shows 3,000 glowing spots, and these 3,000 glowing spots are the galaxies. Then you will say, where is our galaxy? Just imagine any two nearing spots like this, suppose. You can see my cursor. It's moving somewhere. The bottom spot is Milky Way galaxy. Diameter is somewhere around 1 lakh light year. Upper one is the Andromeda galaxy. Diameter is 1,80,000 light years. The distance between these two spots is 22 lakhs light year. Now you will say, sir, adjacent those two spots have 22 lakhs light year distance. In this whole picture, what is the dimension? Before that, understand what is this whole picture is. This whole picture is this small portion of sky which can hide behind your palm. आप अगर 4 fingers उठाओगे, उसको आँख के सामने रखोगे, और if you hide small portion of sky behind that small 4 fingers, the small portion of sky can accommodate some 3,000, 4,000 galaxies, which is shown in this picture. So you may ask, sir, behind 4 fingers, there are some 3,000, 4,000 galaxy, each galaxy having some 100, 200 billion stars. Then how many galaxies are there in whole sky? The whole sky is having 100 to 200 billion galaxy. And you will say, this is the whole universe. Then I will say, no. The 5% of this whole universe is 100 to 200 billion galaxy. 95% may be dark matter, dark energy, which is still unknown. And this is all been searched by the human being's brain and not by some religious books or not by some supernatural power. So start believing your brain, start believing in hard work and sincerity, start believing in discipline taught by your teachers and parents. Those who pamper kids, those school system pamper their parents and kids, and those parents who pamper kids are actually troubling not only that kid, but are troubling whole society, mankind, and the nation. And that is why nation wants to know why so many indisciplined students are around. So it is fundamental to your duty of every teacher, student, parent is to groom kid with the sincerity, discipline, and efforts, ability to work hard. Intelligence will come along. Thinking ability need to be changed. It should be based on the scientific facts. So you will say, this is the end? Yes. But before that, about pole star or identifying pole star or some Orion nebula or something like Andromeda galaxy, seeing Andromeda galaxy with the naked eye, all these things are possible in a sky observation lecture, which is again free of cost. Those who are interested can take my number here. 9967584554 is my number. Green number is my WhatsApp number. You should never call me. You should always send your doubts by question, by message. So WhatsApp message with introduction, then I will store your number. You can send your questions and I'll keep you updating about my upcoming lectures. You should study first about your school academics, then your competitive exams which are around school, and then you should pay attention to some other interesting topic like astronomy, nature, and your sports and other things. So hope today's lecture was okay. By chance it was boring for anybody, kindly accept my apologies. And now mic is over to you. Before that, be in contact. Sometime I come to Hyderabad, like mostly 6, 7 I'll be coming to Hyderabad. By chance you need my presence, apart from office hours, I am available for interaction. Everything is free of cost. Nothing you have to pay. So anytime you feel like madam is in touch, one small request and what you can say, just my way to say, Very important. Today's lecture was requested by me. It was accepted by madam, and madam has honored me with this opportunity to deliver lecture. So today, anything I have said and which is not liked by you or which you didn't like, it is not madam's mistake. It is my mistake. So everything, every fault is on my hand, as I am the responsible person, and I have told you each and everything with the pure interest of inculcating scientific temper. So today's complete word, as it will be live on the YouTube, you will be showing it to your parents and other friends also. It is all my thinking. It's not binding on you, neither it is told to me by your school or management or teacher to tell you. I feel that students should be hardworking, sincere, and that is why you should believe in hardworking, sincere, dedicated, and disciplined teachers. Whatever they are telling is for your benefit. Don't take them negative. Okay. Thank you so much for your presence. Just give me a second. Normally, madam, now I'll be putting you one participation certificate link and feedback link. Okay. These links will be shared to you by madam if she finds it okay. Or else it doesn't come to you. Don't have to bother, because this is everything is free of cost. I'll share all these things with your madam. Madam, thank you very much for your opportunity to deliver lecture and making such a wonderful arrangement for every kid so that they can be in their class only. So today we stop here. You can close the lecture as per your convenience. Closing remarks you can make.
Thank you so much, sir, for igniting that part of the scientific temper in our students. And definitely, yes, people like you are a motivation to the future generations. And you, out of your own interest, you are educating the students. And definitely, apart from the subject knowledge that you have shared, there is so much that we should learn from sir to share the knowledge. Yes, whatever we learn, it should be of some use to the future generation. And thank you so much for your wonderful time. And definitely, yes, if you're in Hyderabad, we will just try and see if we could accommodate you in our school for a lecture or for a short talk with the students. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay, we'll stop here, ma'am.
Yes, I'll stop the call.
Okay, ma'am. We'll conclude the video call. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.